What is going on, everybody? Welcome to yet another Ploto Gaming live stream where we are going to be. Wow, I cannot talk. We're going to be watching this KvK 2377 2489. This is probably going to be the biggest KvK we have in quite some time. We also got 2217 as 2377's campmate, 2654 as 2489's campmate, 1606 with 1719 and 2650, which that's a pretty crazy camp right there. Oh my goodness. And then 1473, 3251, 3535. Yeah, we're gonna be watching this KvK for a bit. We are in the eternal off season. We got a no match found in 960, so at least we'll have this KvK to entertain us for quite a little while. The thing that's entertaining about this KvK is that a lot of these big kingdoms, a lot of these big imperiums, there are a lot of ex-960 members that migrated over to join these big imperiums. And yeah, I don't know the relative strength levels of all of these different kingdoms. Like, it's pretty fascinating because, like, I feel like the landscape of Rise of Kingdoms has definitely shifted quite a bit this offseason because of all the changes here. Let me say hi to everyone in the chat, though. We got Magic, we got Spring, the two moderators. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? We got JD in here. We got Whiskey. Yo, Whiskey from 3092 made his way over to 2489. I mean, we met a lot of the 2489 crew. It's kind of funny because we actually met people from 2489, we met people from 1606, and we met people from 2377 at the meetup. So we're going to be seeing a lot of familiar faces in this KvK opening, or in this KvK. Now, the thing that I'm curious about is this going to be a real fight? Are they going to be contesting the zone with all of their might here? Because if you guys don't know, this is King of All Britain. It's one of those four camp KvK formats where the zone 5 doesn't matter as much. You could see that there are some structures. There is, you know, I'm not going to Castrum Temp Estasis. Okay, whatever. It gives more speed, essentially. It's a more speed thing. And then in here is all damage. Pretty good, actually. All damage, 3% all damage. But this is a huge zone to build out off of. This Lincoln zone be kind of cooked. What the hell? Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a building simulator when they go into the zone. But yeah, this zone doesn't really mean too much. It's just gonna be a show of strength. I don't know if these camps or these camps are gonna be going all out, but it'll be interesting to watch regardless. And if not, then we could chill for a bit. I don't know. 4-day long fight, said Whiskey. Okay, bet. If it's 4 days long, we'll try to check in. The A's won't fight you. Yeah, I heard that might be the case. I mean, it looks like it's the case. There's no real territory. Oh no, this is 1606. The A's are here. Are they not fighting you? I mean, they got some territory. Are they teleported over? Looks like the answer is no. Yeah, looks like the answer is no. So it looks like this is going to be one fight. This zone should be won by the 1606 side of things. This is the 1606 side, right? Yeah, you can see IN over here. So 40 long fight would be fun, though. From my experience in King of All Britain, it's usually 2 days long. If you guys remember, this is actually, I mean, 2489, they've had some tough matchups in King of All Britain. This was the KvK where 2489, we fought them in Chester up here. 2489 was here, 60GT was here, and we had a fight. This is my first KvK in 1960. And we ended up winning that one, but 2049 definitely put up a good fight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the alliances of all of these guys. You can see that this is 489. Why are the buttons so small? That's interesting. This is 489, 16.5 billion power, and this is them at 141 members. This is even a full alliance. I think from what I remember hearing, they have like around 110, 115 members in their kingdom. Someone in the chat could, you know, they could correct me if I'm wrong. Let's go ahead and take a look at their members here. Burger King is R5. Okay, probably the gem guy popping all the skills. We got Rue from 1254 also played with her in 2268. BK Love from 1021. This is Mr. On my way is what I used to call him. Now he's Jovi, but that's not even his main account. I mean, they got a lot of good players from, I think they got 2975. They got, you know, J Towers, obviously, and Ihara, the duo from 1960. I think they also got a couple more 1960 members in here. I mean, they are a very strong kingdom. And I remember when I was talking to them, their main thing is like building with the right people. It's not about, you know, trying to be the biggest kingdom in the game. They want to just make sure they have the right people. They recruit the right people in their KD, and they just want to build slowly but surely. There's Mafia in here. Genie has an account in here, of course. Mintberry Crunch used to be one of the rally leads of 960 for archers, so he was also on the stream before. I think this player was also from 960. Lucky MM obviously killed it. We met him at the Amsterdam meetup. So yeah, there's Wheezy's in here. Wheezy should be streaming this too, right? He's I saw he started streaming, so it should be an interesting fight, to say the least. And then we have over here, we have let me see, GV77. Let's take a look at what they've been up to. They've had a pretty good migration as well, I believe. 23.6 million power. I mean, a lot of it is their big whales, but I mean, it's still a lot of power, guys. That is still pretty crazy. Bad Queen, we had her on the stream on the Zeroed podcast with Redline. Mr. Hope, Wildline, obviously at they're at 2.7 bill now. What's our highest power? Oh, it's right now. Okay. I'm like, okay, like I swear they're at 2.6 before. But these guys are at their highest power right now. They're at their peak of their powers. Goldfish Kim was from 960 as well. Or Sky X Erwin from 960. Chiskel, obviously, in 2377. My goodness, this is a very, very strong KD still. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names in here. And I think they have, I mean, how many members do they have? In their alliance, they have 144. And a lot of these do seem like, there's a couple farms in there, but a lot of them are main. So I think they do outnumber 2489 in sheer numbers and in terms of power as well. Let's go take a look at their allies, right? It's LX17. 2217 has been a solid AC for quite some time. Oh, V's in here. I played with V in 2268 back in the day. They are at 12.9 billion power, by the way. Honestly, a very, very strong ally alongside 2377. Atomic Bunny was with us in Amsterdam. Oh, for real? Honestly, the thing about me, I met so many people in Amsterdam, I kind of forgot some of the names. So that, but I mean, I remember I think I remember like 1/4 of the people I met. It was a lot of meeting people, let's say. But a 12.9 is going to be, that's actually really, really strong as a supplementary alliance to a 23.3 billion power alliance. What's the main alliance of the allies of 2489? Is it, I'm guessing it's 2654 or Whoops, I didn't mean to look at your achievements. Yeah, oh, it's 14 bill. Okay, so there's like, we'll give them an extra billion power in their main alliance compared to 2217. Red light. Oh, this is not red light, but imagine Redline had just had a Smurf on this in this KvK. That'd be kind of crazy. It is pretty interesting to be sitting on the sidelines of one of these KvKs where I feel like we've been in the thick of it for quite some time in 960 and in the stream. Like usually we'd be the ones preparing for the zone, a zone like this, but this time we're just chilling and watching. More than gems this weekend? Oh no, I've been doing all my gem quests. How much longer until the pass opens? 12 minutes? So those are the two camps that are going to be fighting today. The two camps that are not fighting is going to be Wessex as well as Merca, which is the 3 A seeds, and then 1606 with their allies. Let me just pull up their allies. It's 35, 35, and... No, that's Merca. It's 1719 and 2650. Let's take a look at... I mean, I feel like 1606 got the strongest from the migration. Right? They got a lot of players. We met quite a couple of them as well during the meetup. Akina, of course, rocking the frame. Teddy Bear rocking the frame. Eileen rocking the frame. Sack rocking the frame. It's pretty cool seeing all the different players. But you can see that there's Addy in here. Addy migrated from 960 to 1606. So did Fluffy Pony. Fluffy Pony is in here. We played with him in 2268 back in the day. Chadsky, of course. Chadsky, probably one of the greatest content creators out there nowadays. One of the most consistent as well. Yeah, there's like quite a couple players that have migrated in here and are really strong. I think Mason is a familiar name. Peace migrated here as well. I'm doing myself a disservice by naming out people because now I'm gonna have to name out everybody, but I mean they're pretty strong. Siori's from 2268. Good to see that they're still playing. One person you might not see here is Gigi, because Gigi actually retired recently. She sent me a message. Crix, of course. Crix was in the 2377 streams quite a bit with Cortex and I. And then you can see that they are at 20.7 billion power. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of power. And I mean, I saw a couple farm accounts, but majority of them are mains, and they have 161 members out of 162. So really, really strong. Now, what's the main? I know is SP the main alliance of the other guy? No. I gotta find. I mean, R79. Is this the? No. That's a farm. Well, it's R719. Let's see where that is. R719. Or maybe they put in all of everyone into one alliance. SP50 maybe. Is that what they did? I mean, we'll take a look at SP50. This is 2650's main alliance. Yeah, 13.5 billion power. You can see we got Spring up in here as an R4. 13.5, pretty solid alliance. I'm actually surprised that 2489 has one campmate, but then 1606 has two. I feel like 1606 is like, in terms of just numbers, has more power than 2049, which is surprising, but okay, so that's SP50. And then from my notes, it says R719 is the main alliance of the other camp in the kingdom, but that's not the case. I don't know what their main alliance is. I wish I was in the KvK. I could like take a look, but maybe it's P because it's touching. No. What would it be? SP10? No. Let me read chat. Maybe chat will know. They're on the right side. Okay, let's see. Right side. Is it here? No. Oh, W? Is it here? Here it is. We found him. At 12.6 billion power. I mean, they'll definitely be helpful as well. Because they're going to be fighting against... Isn't Blecht in this KvK too? Am I tripping? Isn't Blecht in this KvK? I'm pretty sure I saw Blecht in this KvK, but 1473, a solid A seed, 13.6 billion power. Iru's in here, obviously. Iru. Well, it looks like a solid alliance. In my notes, what else does it say? 3535 is the main alliance of the other kingdom. Do we see a 3535 in here? Sometimes like yeah, like the forts don't show up. 15.4. Oh wow. Are these guys an A seed? 15.4. Wait a minute. Oh, Baba's in here. This is where Baba migrated to. Oh. So Baba's in this KvK as well. Interesting. Okay, 15.4, really strong. And then H51Z is the other kingdom. That was the wrong one, I guess. Is that this one? No. I'm assuming they'd be like teleported up. Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know what the main alliance of the other guys are, not gonna lie. In my notes it says that H51Z is the main alliance, but it's not our... Yo, is it just me or is it like the forts are not showing up as much? Maybe it's L. Yeah, looks like we have a member in here. There you go. Wow, 50.2 as well. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, these are really strong A seeds. What the... Okay, interesting. So they got two 15 billion power alliances. It's low key. I mean, the power level might be comparable to what 1606 have on this side. Maybe 20.7 is actually quite a bit. But yeah, it's a shame they're not fighting, allegedly. But we'll keep our eyes out. We'll keep our eyes on. Maybe it's a double bluff. They at least have people positioned at the passes, but sources tell me that they're not going to be fighting today. Okay, we got 5 minutes until the pass. Oh yeah, click on the coalition thing. That's true. I could do that. Now, if they don't fight here, it doesn't really matter that much. But they're kind of banking on 2377 to win Lincoln. Because then 1606 will get this for free. They'll be able to get the all damage. They'll be able to get the march speed. But then... So then they would be taking Chester. But then 2377 would have to take Lincoln so that they could have both these camps could have all damage. So it's going to be really interesting. Let's take a look at the coalition thing now. You could see 13.3, 15.4, 15.2 versus if we go ahead and take a look at a coalition here. 20.7, 13.5, 12.7. It's pretty interesting. Like, what do you guys think are the strongest camps in this KvK? Do you think 1606 camp is stronger than 2377? And then 2049, you can't really count them out as well. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Let me put up a poll. Who do you guys think will win this zone? 2377, and let me pull up the allies. It's 2217 slash 2217 or 2489 slash 2654. If I had to guess, I think 2377 should be able to win this. The hard part about this zone is that it's super, super big. So you'll need to be flagging like crazy. But the thing, and like random teleporting is going to be really important. But the thing that's scary about random teleporting against 2377 is that they got like 2.7 billion whales that are willing to swarm you down. I think that's kind of what cooked, I mean, a lot of things cooked 60 GT when we versed them in Zone 5, but one of the main things was that random teleporting was just not something too viable that, you know, 960 has relied on in every KvK except for that one, so. All right, let's take a look. Pass is open in a minute 30. I could actually do it from here. Oh, wait, let me do this real quick. I don't know. Imhotep. This one. No. Charlemagne. Territory Guardian is attack. Soroli, Kira. Okay. They popped the king skill. Is the pre-raging still a thing? It's not, right? With the changes. But I guess you could pre-buff still. We'll go ahead and watch it from... What camp are these guys? Wait, let me take a look. East Anglia. Okay. There you go. The mayhem has begun. 17 seconds until the pass is open. Now, the pass opening take is really, really important because you could put some blocking forts for some flag lines potentially. Let's see what marches they're using. They're using Huaqubing. I see a Juan Nevsky. Oh my gosh. When I take it off light mode, it gets so loud. Yeah, we're putting back light mode just for the sound. The middle for Nevsky is getting pretty low. They have a second one ready to take over if needed, but at this point, the pass is low enough where I think you could stick. Oh no, they pulled off. There you go, second for Nevsky coming in. And the pass has been taken. Is that the first pass? I believe it is. I mean, the pass was like taken the exact same time, actually. Look at that. That was like pretty much identical timing. And you could see that 2377, what they're doing is they're placing down forts in front of their flag lines so that 2489 can't block their flag lines with forts. That's pretty smart. This is what they're doing here. They're trying to block the flag lines here so that the next flag they build will have to be a half flag. And yeah, there is a scramble for forts in this middle area here. It looks like they will be trying to contest this all damage building, 2489. They're going to be trying to build kind of this fort shield here against 2377. I'm surprised that there's actually quite a couple marches here that are marching out instead of a lot of random teleporters. I'm assuming that these are going to be their lower powered players or farm accounts that are going to be building flags. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3. They're going to have some pretty free flag builds from here. Now you can see 2049 trying to block the flag builds on this top left corner, but I mean, it's going to be... Yeah, you can see now they're starting to build their forts as well to block the fort builds. This has been kind of a... I think the first time I saw this was against 2377, actually, last KvK. Yeah, you can see a lot of 2489 marches just marching up. A lot of people probably trying to random teleport around this area too so that they could fill up the forts. But you can see GV, wow. They have a lot more people around this fort. They have 9 hours and a lot of marches still walking in. And they're even farm accounts, which is pretty cool. No one could get into this 2654 fort. The fort at 94, I mean, they got 13 people in. They got 13 hours on it, but they don't have as many marches here. So with such a long zone, usually like these fort builds, they don't really matter too much because the flag lines would touch. But I mean, this is gonna be... Could skillful craftsman like reach until this middle area? I don't even know. They imprison Chiss? Oh wow. Is this with the new KvK tech? Spring, is this with new KvK tech? I actually don't know. I have no idea if this is with new KvK tech or not. You can see the initial fights here. The thing that I think is a shame about this KvK is, as in King of All Britain's kind of like a heroic anthem where the only thing that matters is Kingsland. I feel like if this was I don't know, Strife of the Eight back in the day, or Siege of Orleans, there'd be like a lot, like the fights would come a lot more faster. But the Kingsland's very tiny. Oh, it is. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Kingsland's gonna be short too. That's a good point. Let's see how the flags are going. There's a player trying to be annoying here. They have 2 minutes left on their first flag out of their pass. How about these guys? They have 2 minutes as well. Oh wow, look at this. GV77 just stopping the marches coming out of the pass here. And that is going to be very annoying for 2489, because I'd assume a lot of 2489 they haven't random teleported. You can see that there's this march. Is this a farm account? These marches are walking over yonder, bro. Where are these marches going? Holy crap. There's no way. This guy's taking a minute walk home. They teleported all the way up here. There's main account. Are these mains? No, these are farms. Some of them are main, some of them are farms. They're teleported all the way up here. They didn't build teleport space for here. Oh my goodness. So that just makes the sad facing marches just that much more painful for 2049. Like, they built their first flag, but now they have to build a half flag because of that fort that we were mentioning earlier. So even though they built their initial flag faster, they're going to be thwarted in timing a little bit. While GV gets to build for free, essentially. I guess we could go ahead and just keep an eye on that GV murder ball. What is your plan now? These are all players that random teleported. You can see that they're really confident, these guys. Because they don't... 2049 doesn't have like a billion power whale that could swarm a city down, for example. When's 960 going to the next KvK? I mean, we did register this past pop, but we got a no match found, so it's whenever Lilith lets us have a KvK, I guess, you know? It's whenever Lilith lets us have a KvK. A lot of sad faces coming up from 2489. It looks like, yeah, their murder ball is getting wrecked. Oh my goodness. Or these are just marches that are getting left behind by the murder ball. And that's the tough part about not random teleporting, is that the refresh timers are going to be so rough. And then when you're out here, when you're already out here too, and then you sad face, you can't even teleport out until all your marches come back home, and it might take like 5-6 minutes. Like, they're making this group player take negative trades, sure, but they could just refresh. And this KvK isn't really a KvK of attrition, really. The only zone where that's kind of the case is this zone, but after that, you'll have like another 2 weeks until Kingston, right? Which is like the next main fight. So 2489, they have to stay disciplined because oh my gosh, look at all these forts. They have to stay disciplined because they're the ones in the back foot in terms of positioning here, because they can't random teleport as freely as 2377. Look at this, 2377 just have a murder ball out back here. These guys are feasting for sure. I can imagine their voice calls just sending reports. Oh my gosh. And it might actually become a problem, chat, because like if you don't have open field around your flags, it's gonna be harder to fill them, you know what I mean? They are now this is gonna be their second flag and a half. They're 2.5 flags out. If we go ahead and check GV, there's still only 2 flags. I mean, I guess they're kind of struggling here as well. Yeah, look at their flag builds, actually. This is 41 minutes. We've been looking at the success of GV77, but there's also been quite some success for 2049 as well. What I will say is, in the KvK against us, GV77 built their flags a lot faster. In this KvK, like, they're kind of slow in the flag builds. Focusing more on the field and slowing down their opponents, but they gotta bring some people back to escort their building marches as well. Because even though they're dominating the field here, I mean, this flag isn't filled, so this is going to be a victory for them. But this flag will build, there's going to be more teleport space for 2489. And the 2489 should be able to continue to build some flags out. You can see that there's now 10 minutes left on this flag. 1049 just got to hard dive that flag with double C's, to be honest. I wonder if Supreme Strife is, if there's like some skills in Supreme Strife that's translatable to KvK. Because when casting Supreme Strife, we've been talking about how it's like a king. It's like a pass opening mixed with Osiris League. And like the most important thing in the beginning of Supreme Strife is building flags. I wonder if like, because both these kingdoms were in Supreme Strife, they did lose in the semifinals, but I wonder if their build teams translated over to KvK. So it's like, oh, you're in the build team of Supreme Strife. Let's just keep it going. At 2049, starting to push back up. Oh, someone actually left the flag. That's interesting. But yeah, there you go. We got a lot more teleport space. Okay. They've definitely stabilized a bit. And actually, I was saying they should focus this flag, but I forgot that out of this flag, they could also build up this towards this direction. So it doesn't really matter. All in all, in terms of building flags, I feel like 2489 is actually in the lead, even though they've been getting kind of schmookled in the trades here. Yeah, everything's stabilizing a bit more. Now the question is, where does the 2489 murder ball go from here? Will they continue to defend their flags, or are they just going to push out? Because once they build this flag, I mean, I think they're pretty safe in terms of like the flag line not being cut at all. Because they have all of the forts down, so GV77 can't like make them half flag at all. Let's take a look at the center here. Let's see who's building flag or the forts faster. We got 3 hours 20 minutes on that fort. We have 2:30 on this fort. Wow, so GV is definitely gonna be building a lot faster. You can see this 1 day 18 hours on that fort. Oh my goodness. I don't know if these forts next to the all damage structure will actually build. So that's a big victory for GV. 2489, they got the victory in terms of flag building at the moment. They're up by 1, 2, 2.5, building their third flag. GV, they're still building their second flag out of the pass, which is crazy. This is just their second flag. Same with this as well. I don't think this flag line will be consequential in any way. So yeah, it's GV, they're kind of banking on their forts building and the fact that they could defend their forts, and 2489 are banking on the fact that their flag line will be able to go to the middle first, and then they'll be able to build their forts through carpeting their forts behind the flag line. Gonna crash out on flag builders? Perhaps. It's just so interesting though, because in the KvK against us, we got absolutely destroyed by their flag building. But right now, it's definitely, you know, it's definitely 2049 favored in terms of flag building. It's pretty interesting how they're double layering the flag line here. I guess the VC will have to build down here, and then they'll continue to build up. Let's see what they decide to do. Yeah, here you go. Flag to the side. Yeah, the Shanks got a... Oh, but it's tough for Shanks, bro. Yeah, you can't really do anything about that. He's just outnumbered in the open field. Now, from what we've seen in a straight up 1v1, who do you guys think would win? Because like the open field fights have been so... It's been like a back and forth. It's been like a pendulum. In a straight up 1v1 in terms of murder ball fights, I don't know which side would win actually. I mean, on paper with power, it should be 2377 and 2217. Yeah, I actually don't know. Oh, here you go. This is where the main murder ball is. I guess this is where, like, the past people came from. You know, like the initial murder ball from the past. We got 4 hours 47 minutes on that fort. If that fort builds, that would be an absolutely, like, shocker, in my opinion. Okay, this is a straight up fight. There's a lot of 2654 in here. I don't know how strong 2654 marches are, but I definitely know how strong 2377 is, so we'll have to see how the trades go. I mean, there are a couple sad faces coming out from GV. The only thing is GV's, they're all random teleport around here, so it's not going to be too painful. But if we check a sad face of the 2654 player, 6.5 minute walk back home, chat. 5 minute walk back home. Compared to a GV player, which is 1 minute because they're teleported up. So that's going to be the hard part for 2489, is the fact that a lot of their players are still teleported back in the home zone. 7.5 minute walk back home. 8 minute walk back home. Let's see the longest walk back home we could find. 850. 8:45. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's 8:22. 6 minutes. So yeah, even though the murder ball might be looking pretty, I mean, it's even looking dire for 2049. They had some initial success in the murder ball, but the refreshes of GV77, I mean, this is a 7 minute walk, so there's at least some players that didn't teleport up. But this player here, Slayer, is at 1.5 minutes or 1 minute 20 seconds. The refresh timer is definitely going to be the reason why they don't win this murder ball. But to be honest, the murder ball is not even that consequential. They just need to make sure that they get marches in here. And as soon as they get marches, they'll be fine. As soon as they get some marches, they'll be all good. But is 3 hours like enough marches? Is that full? I'd assume not, because there's some white lines still walking towards the fort here. But yeah, this murder ball is going to get stat faced out by GV77, so GV77 will get the first victory in a straight up murder ball. But I do think it is because of their refresh advantage. We'll have to see when all the territory gets laid out and laid down if they'll be able to continue their success. But it's definitely going to be a bit of a morale booster for them. And you can see there's a lot of players just full retreating at this point. But if you're still teleported back at home, you might as well just stat face home. You know what I mean? We see Whiskey in here too. How long is Whiskey's stat face? 6 minutes. Yeah, that's tough. Fakest Silver Imperium I've ever seen. It's funny because, like, usually when you say that, it's like a negative connotation, but you're saying that they're actually, like, stronger than they're, like, punching up, you know what I mean? Nah, they're pretty strong, man. They're pretty strong for sure. But, yeah, you can't win that fight if the reinforcements are going to continue to get through. And this is what I was talking about, is that GV77 will be advantaged in this zone because random teleporting is just a must if you want to win the straight up murder balls. But 2489, they just cannot risk getting swarmed by the Mr. Hope and Wildlines of the world, or at least a lot of the players here. 123 million power, pretty decent. But like, we could go ahead and take a look back at where they teleported back. Look, there's like cities. These are farm accounts, so that's not as bad. There were some cities that is teleported all the way back here. For example, this player, I guess a couple of them did move up. This player, I think, is a main account. And that's like a long walk if you're open field fighting around here compared to the walk GV77 have, which is like, you know, like around here, back here. But to be fair, the flag line is slowly but surely approaching. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 building 5th flag compared to GV, which is on their 4th. So, I mean, I don't even know if this is an equal amount of distance. It kind of looks like it's in the middle, but I don't know. I don't even know if that's equal amount of distance. I'd assume so, or else this map would be kind of cooked. Yo, Sean, what's up? Is this Sean the Sheep? There's too many Seans. Oh, yeah, what's up, bro? This guy's watching a Rise of Kingdoms stream. He's coming back. Confirmed. Sean the Sheep, by the way, is one of the guys that we spent pretty much all of our time with in Amsterdam. Pretty much sponsor. He paid for so much over there, so shout out to Sean. A good friend. And yeah. Let me see. Let me do this. There you go. So I could differentiate you from all the other Seans. All right, you could see 2489. They're trying to push back into the center here, which, I mean, is this smart? I mean, there's nothing really to do right now. But the thing is, it's going to be a losing fight. Blue gang, yes indeed. Blue gang indeed. It was good vibes. We gotta still keep in contact somehow. We gotta play League or another game. Sam and I play a game called 7 Days to Die. Maybe we could run that. I think that could be pretty fun if we run that with the group. Now the question is, if we play League, do we play North America or do we play Europe? I'm saying Gray and my girlfriend are in North America and so that's 3 people. You love 7 Days for real? Oh, sick. Yeah, we could run that. That's like the video game I got my girlfriend to play. Down for NNA? Yeah, we'll have to check the pings. If your ping's too high and then our ping's not that bad, then we could go EU. It's no biggie. Like when I watch League of Legends and I see the ping go crazy, I'm like, it's kind of crazy that Rise of Kingdoms is a game where anyone from all over the world could play and not feel too bad of a input delay. And let me end the poll real quick. So 71% of people think 2377 is gonna win. That's pretty interesting. I would also be, if I had to bet, I would also bet on 2377, but the opening so far, I mean, 2377 has been winning the trades, but in terms of territory, it should be favored towards 2489. Were they able to at least, they got it down to 214. This is down to 2 hours. Okay. So there's a 13-minute discrepancy between this fort and this fort. If flags are not a factor, GV77 will be able to flag over and they should be able to get 1 or 2 rallies off, or just an insta swarm. I guess it'd be an insta swarm in this case, to make sure that this fort goes down. What the counter to that would be is that the flag lines for 2489 are getting relatively close. How long have you been streaming for? I guess I started streaming a bit earlier than the pass opening. I don't know what the timer on Skillful Craftsman is, but they want to make sure they get as close as possible to Skillful to the fort with Skillful Craftsman. I just don't know if that's possible, because it's such a big zone. It's just such a big zone. Yo, what's good, Leo? Congrats on making Supreme Strife final, by the way. That's absolutely huge for you guys. Leo from 2218. One of the boys, one of the homies. And don't worry, we will be casting your match this time, 100%. Because there's only one match. There's no way we can miss you guys. Is there any indication as to what time zone or what time that match will be? Is it going to be 18 or is it going to be 10? I'm assuming it would be 18 because all of the matches recently have been 18. 18? Okay. Well, that's good. I don't have to wake up at 6 a.m. I actually already told my girlfriend it would be 18, so we had to push back our dinner plans, but hey man, it's all good. It's all good. Now our dinner plans are going to be at reset, so. All right, let's see. So this fort should for sure build. There's two hours, one minute. It will actually build before the LX-17 fort. Now the question is, yeah, actually, if this fort builds, the 489 fort, they will have skillful craftsmen, so they will be able to just kind of splurge and build out towards this direction, build out towards this direction, just try to get as much territory down as possible. That's kind of what 2377 did against us in the 960 KvK. Is they had a bunch of shells that didn't pop skillful craftsmen. They put them in the corner of the zone because the zone was so big. And then we didn't touch them, but then by the time they built, they just had a ton of territory behind us, and then we were just cooked for the rest of the zone, so. Oh, J-Tower just face tanking. Oh my goodness. And J-Tower does not care. And that is why he's a GOAT Siege player, is because when he needs to, he just goes straight in. Like the thing about J-Tower, which I respect, is that his open field gear is really good too. The reason why he's really good at Siege is because he built up his open field set. The factor in the zone will be 2217. I mean, 2217 is definitely going to be playing a factor. I think the big factor in this zone is the fact that not a lot of players from 489 feel comfortable with teleporting or random teleporting, as I mean, there's still quite a couple players actually, but I feel like more players would have random teleported if Wildlight and Mr. Hope weren't a factor. I feel like those two, with their I guess reputation of just zeroing cities, kind of make a big zone like this really advantageous for GV77 because they could just have a refresh advantage. But in the straight up fights, yeah, probably 2217 would play a factor because they're like a very respectable and, you know, like everyone, like a lot of people know 2217. They've heard of the Alliance, they've seen it around. They're a very solid A seed. I'm not too familiar. Maybe this is just me because I haven't been keeping up with the Rock, I don't know, A seeds in quite some time. But I haven't heard of 2654 all that often or at all. Yeah, Mark, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Absolutely goated. Yeah, this is the first time I heard of them. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's not saying they're bad, but it's just like, you know, I haven't heard of them before, so they'll have to prove themselves. On the map that I have here, it shows that they have 900 billion KP, which is 100 billion less than LX17 at 1 trillion. So in terms of KP, they should be pretty even, and apparently they have like 1.5 billion more power than 2217, so they have a little bit less KP, but they have quite a bit more power. 2654. So we'll have to see. One thing's for sure is that 2489 is going to be relying on them for like a lot. 2489 in a straight up fight against 2377. Although it would be close, I feel like 2377 would win just because of they have more numbers. And the counts that they have are really powerful as well. So the thing that would shift that would be the ally situation, but we'll have to see. This murder ball fight has been going on here for quite a bit. As I was saying, eventually this will be a GV77 win just due to the fact that they have more random teleported cities around here. You can see that the murder ball is slowly pushing back. There's actually some people starting to walk back here. And then when you see marches that are this far back, the rest of the ball is like, alright, well, why am I even fighting? It's kind of like a snowball effect, you know what I mean? Everyone's walking back, then I should walk back too. I'm not just gonna sad face for nothing if these guys are just using me as a meatball. So yeah, that's going to be another GV77 win. And I think the murder balls will continue to be GV77 wins until the forts build. Or until the flag lines build. And once a flag line builds, it'll be kind of like a true testament to see like which side is actually stronger. But the tough part about taking these negative trades if you're 2489 and 2654 is that... I mean, 2489, they're probably geared up for this KV or this type of KvK. But I don't know. I'm not in the KvK, but I'd love to scout 2654 to see how many resources they have. I wonder how many resources and speed ups the average 2654 player has. And if they're going to be able to survive until Kingsland with having trades that like this. This is also pretty early on in the KvK too, so you have to remember that the healing cost crystal tech is not fully operational right now. So the negative trades in this zone, or the trades you take in this zone, is going to be worse in terms of the overall amount of resources you use. And then early on in the KvK too, if you're a lower spender, even though it's better with new tech, you're still gonna be pretty behind the spenders here. Although at least they gave everyone max troop capacity early on, so everyone should have max troop capacity. That's not gonna be a problem anymore. But the raw stats, GV77, GV77 and 2489, they're definitely gonna, you know, be max tech players or close to max tech, but. I'd assume LX17, a majority of them are also, you know, at least buying the pop-ups and buying a Mountain Warfare too. But here you go. This is a refresh of GV77. I actually like this call because there's no point, to be honest, to be fighting here. Everything's already set. Like all of the builders are already inside of this fort. All of the builders already inside of all their forts. The only thing that matters is the flag build speed. Let's see. This is 23 minutes. This is... Oh, they can't cross here. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying for this flag line. This Go VF fort is actually so annoying for them. Unless they could like go up here. Is that like a spot though? I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah. So 2489, they had to sad face back home. GV77, they're able to murder ball back up. They're able to go back to their cities, refresh. I will say, for morale purposes, it feels a lot better to refresh than the sad face back home, especially in the early zones. Because Kingsland, it doesn't matter, but these zones, it's kind of like for the first 30 minutes, you're just like throwing everything out there, and then after that, you start feeling it a little bit. You know what I mean? Eesh. Looks like both sides are murder balling back up. If I was GV77, I would continue to try to push these guys. If I was 2489, I'd just try to, like, you know, hold territory, just hold this area. Because GV77 is going to continue to take these positive trades, I'd assume. Oh, they got like a mini murder ball in the back over here. Hey, Iru, what's up, bro? We saw your kingdom. I forgot what kingdom it was, but we saw you inside of the R4 list. Why do you think 606? Why do I think 606 was given to campmates? I have no idea. That's a good question. I was contemplating that as well. Because if you were to assume between 2377, 2489, and 606, if one of those were to get two campmates, I would assume it'd be 2489. 2489, 2377, 606. I think 2489 should have gotten the two campmates, but yeah, I don't know. All right, here we go. The fights are starting. There are a couple AFKs in the back. Who do you think is the strongest camp? Do you think it's 606 with the two campmates, 1719 and 2650? They have 4.8 trillion KP. 45.6 billion power within their top three alliances. But 3535, they have 15.7 billion power, 1.5 trillion. If you count 3251, 1473, they have 44 billion power altogether with 4.1 trillion KP. I'm just pretend R4. If I had to rank the strength of the camps, I would assume it'd be 606 first, 2377 second, then it would be, I don't know. I don't know. Would you say it's the 3 A seeds or what, 2489? That's tough. I'd have to see how the 3 A seeds fight. What does chat think? Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It should be a fun KvK though, regardless. But 606 is like one of the strongest games in the game now. Hey, Pokemon Trainer, what's up, bro? Yeah, we are watching this KvK. I think I saw you around here. Are you the one in 960 as well? Or was it? Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, 2049, they've been losing the straight up murder balls against GV. but I'd assume it's because of the refresh timers, or at least that has to do something, that has something to do with it. But the flag lines are getting closer and closer. Eventually, you know, these flags are going to be touching. Who has a better flag line so far? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, half, 5, 6, 7, 8. Versus, and that's out of, and versus here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8, 9, 10, 11. They're in flag 11 right now. Oh, they were able to build around it, by the way. At least eventually. I mean, on paper... Let's see. Versus... Yeah, 489 is actually a lot closer to this middle area with their flags than 2377. Oh, wow. Yeah, they just built a flag on top of that as well. Wow, how many flags are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. I mean, they're still a bits away, but they have been kind of schmookling in terms of the flag building department, that's for sure. Look at these guys. All the farm accounts. That's kind of their copium right now in the zone, is we're building flags. We should be able to win the open field soon. But in the meantime, we're going to be taking negative trades. It's been domination for GV77. GV77, they're probably thinking, yo, these trades are so spicy, we're winning this zone. So there's at least copium for both sides, you know what I mean? They're both like... see victory within their eyes, I guess. Which side would I rather be on? I'd probably be on GV77 side. I'd rather take the more positive trades. And then what you could hope on is the fact that you have a bunch of random teleport cities, so the flag lines won't matter, because like your refreshes are pretty much the same as if you had a flag line versus if you didn't. So what that would mean is that even if they built flags towards this GV77 for or this LX17 for it, you should still be able to defend it, because you're just dominating open field. But we'll have to see. I'll probably keep streaming until the initial forts build. And that's probably going to be where I call it. And then if the fights continue, we'll see if we continue streaming this zone. And I don't know. I don't know how you feel about streaming. I mean, the pass opening's cool, but zone 5 fights in the middle, like day 2, I don't know if that's a good stream or not. We'll see what the interest is. I feel like though there's so many content creators in this KvK that like there should be 24/7 coverage. Like I see like at least 10 people streaming this KvK. So shout out to everyone that was watching. If you enjoyed this stream, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the stream up, put it up in the algorithm. We're back to making some consistent content. In terms of videos, in the middle of making a video for Supreme Strife to hype up Supreme Strife. Instead of that, the Amsterdam vlog is obviously in there. And then maybe we could start up the game shows again. Probably not this week, or probably not this Friday, but maybe next Friday. And then I got a message Redline about the Zero podcast this Sunday. All right, let's see. 2049 holding their own. This is their corner. This is where they're saying, all right, we're making a stand here. I do like fighting in this area personally because your marches don't fan out as much. They hugged onto the mountain, so then they're a lot more streamlined here. Arrow towers are for sure cooking. And yeah, this is going to be their forever war spot. But the flag lines are getting closer and closer. Got 2 minutes left on this flag. How long does Skillful Craftsman last? Like an hour? I really want to check. Because if Skillful Craftsman wears out, then the GV77 fort should be safe. This fort is going to be in trouble. 2654 fort. 1 hour 53 minutes versus 1 hour 39. Fort 9 fort should build 1 hour 41 minutes. 214. I mean, that could be under trouble, to be honest. It is pretty crazy how the flag builds are literally identical on both lines here. Although this flag was just put down. And yeah, you can see that the teleport space is getting a lot better for 2489. There's a lot more players, there's a lot more people around that are going to be able to teleport, able to make a difference here. And as the teleports get better, I mean, this is a GV77 regroup. They're going to be regrouping at this point and probably push out. But the more and more teleports there are for 2049, the more that this fight, which was over here, is going to be pushed back to here. It's going to be pushed back to here. So it'll be interesting to see how GV77 respond here. Because yeah, this is a lot of troops actually. Look at this. It's a lot of people. Are there any swarmable cities? Looks like the answer is no. I mean, maybe you could threaten a rally, but it's kind of a waste of time because they could just random teleport out if they want to. And I think they already used their imprison. Let me check the other zone to make sure that they actually didn't fight. Yeah, they didn't. So 1606 were able to get that zone for free. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so they were able to build some forts here to force them to half flag. So that's going to be really annoying for them. This is going to thwart their progress by a little bit. Because yeah, this is a half flag now. Champions GP. Oh yeah, this is when they won in one of their other alliances. Looks like they're taking a different attack vector here. They're, instead of attacking from this middle part where they've been attacking, they're going to be attacking from the right side. And it looks like there is a regroup marker a bit farther back. Yeah, they're going to be regrouping on top of the 2654 fort. There's a regroup marker right here. So they moved it back in response to 2489 trying to take advantage of the mountain over here. Now the question is, will they be able to kill the AFKs? Yeah, I know some of these guys are hungry for that AFK. I see it. I see the bloodlust in their eyes. It's pretty funny seeing ex-GT members versus ex-GT members. Show the other side. There's no fights on the other side. 1606 was able to get the zone for free because the ACs didn't go into the zone. The ACs are building into this, so they're gonna have Chester for free, but they're giving away this Gloucester to 1606. Where are we? We're up here. The discipline on the 2049 ball is pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean they're definitely one of the strong kingdoms, right? So, oh, they're getting the troop health rune. Smart. They're playing chess over there. Got 1 minute on this. How much longer on this? 30, 40 seconds. Skillful should be running out soon, right? It's how long has pass opening been? It's almost been an hour. In like 10 minutes, maybe? A couple more flags. Am I gonna grind the Zenith skin? Nah. What do you mean by grind the Zenith skins? Like, train for it? I might try to get like a 15-day for a KvK, but... whatchamacallit? 60 million power is like unreachable for me. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be an interesting fight. There's GV77 is trying to cut off 2049. This might be a blunder by 2049, to be honest. Look, their murder ball's kind of in the middle here. What are they gonna do? They're gonna get, these guys are gonna get cut off on the back. Oh my gosh, what a interesting attack vector. They have to turn. I feel like that was a bit of a misplay by 2489 to push back all the way there, because now all these marches are kind of gone. They cut off like maybe, I don't know, 15 to 20 marches from the murder ball. Now it comes down to the micro. How will these players decide to play this murder ball? Are they going to go all in and try to push, or are they just going to try to go for the back and forth trades? You can see the line of skirmish developing over here. I'll put my mouse here and we'll see how it moves back and forth. I mean, to me it looks like GV is actually pushing. But it's still relatively in the middle. Yeah, you can see that they're making a lot of progress on this top side. I'll put the mouse up here. They are definitely slowly pushing out 2049. They're gonna retreat to the cities to fight, but I feel like walking straight from here, like you probably should have walked a bit down this way. You know what I mean? Walking straight from here just allow GV77 to push into you. I guess the main thing is that they shouldn't even have been up there in the first place. But they want to get the rune, so. And that's gonna be another victory towards GV. And I guess that's like the good thing about having this area is that you have complete rune access. If your opponents get a rune, they'll have to overextend, and then perhaps you could get a murder ball win off that. You can see the right side has completely collapsed. And then now they're going to start pinching. The GV77 are going to start pitching here. The marches back here are going to start panicking, leaving the marches in the front behind. So then there's going to be a numbers disadvantage for the marches in front, and they're all going to start sad facing. And then the pinch will continue. You can see a lot of these marches are trying to walk back to the bottom of the pinch. But that leaves their comrades over here behind, and now they're all going to start sad facing. Like, they're going to start... This is why encirclement in war is like super important. I'm going to start pushing into here. Now the marches are starting to walk back, but then look, the marches in the top here are just getting instantly sad faced. So it's that was a pretty good maneuver by 2377, all things considered. They finally were able to retreat back and make the line again, but at this point it's kind of over already. They don't have the numbers anymore. But yeah, that cut into pushing the right side into circling them was pretty smart by GV. And that is yet another murder ball win for them. Now, flag lines. Is Skillful Craftsman still on? It is. I think they have like 2 more flags of Skillful. But it won't be enough to completely get their way over to LX17. The reason why they're building kind of to the left is because they kind of have to build around like the way it works is you can't build on a building flag or building structure's territory, right? Isn't that how it works? Unless it's like the same tag. I don't think this is the same tag. This is 2489. This is 489. So technically they aren't able to build into this territory. But the thing is, this flag kind of covers everything here. So they kind of have to build around this so if they want to try to hit LX17. Same thing with the 89 VC for it. They're trying to build up towards this and then build around this way, I'd assume. Because they don't want to delete the forts because there's already so much build time on it. There's 1 hour 41 minutes on this. There's 1 hour 30 minutes on that. But here there's 1 hour 28, so they want to try to... I don't know if they can though. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have like a bunch of flags, and once Skillful's done, they're gonna be in trouble. I think the overall plan of 2489 would have worked if it was a smaller zone, but look how look how big this zone is. It's literally full zoom. It barely fits the whole zone. That's how tall it is. But because the zone's so tall, you can't, like the Skillful Craftsman, you can't even build to the center in time. Yeah, there you go. Another victory for 2377. But to be honest, 2377 winning this zone is what will make this KvK interesting. If 2489 won this zone, then this KvK would be cooked. If I'm being serious. Because 2377 is going to be the counterpart to 1606 in their camp. And then 2489 should be the counterpart to the 3A seeds. I think that's going to be the matchup. Wild line is here. Yeah, wild line. Oh, wild line's right there. There you go. 2.7 billion power, by the way. If you're this player next to wild line, you got to be sweating a little bit, right? You got to be like, To be fair, there is a murder ball right behind or right in front of your city, so you're not feeling it too much, but I'd be kind of nervous, low-key. This player as well. And they just brought out their marches too. Has there been any city swarms from Mr. Hope or Wildline? That's also a video I still have in my back pocket, is when I got swarmed down by Mr. Hope. I did not make any videos on that KvK, or not enough videos, because I got sick after. So I still have a lot of videos in my back pocket from that GV77 KvK. Ooh. All right, let me see. All right, let's see. It's a murder ball up here from 2049. Murder ball up here from 2377. Flag line's so close. Look at this. Ooh, but they don't have skillful anymore. Chat, skillful's gone. It'll take like 15 minutes each flag. Is it? Or did they just not fill it? Because this is still 30 seconds. Oh, that's an annoying fort. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's an annoying fort, bruh. Did they just not fill this flag? No, skillful's gone, I think. So they are really close to their destination, but it's gonna be a while, chat. They're really close. They're gonna build up to here most probably, so that they could get some teleport space to support this fort. On top of that, they're gonna try to probably build around, maybe. I don't know if they try to build around, actually. I don't know if it's worth it for them. Because skillful's gone, so it's going to take like 15 minutes each flag. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, this KvK is gonna slow down to a halt with the slow flag builds now. Yikes. And the drama will be if 2354 could hold their fort for 13 minutes. I don't know if that's the case. Yo, Dirty Dan, what's up, man? How is Australia treating you? It's pretty crazy. Dirty Dan moved. Grey Worm moved. Like a lot of the content creators I've been talking to, they're moving out and about. Grey Worm moved back to the States. Now he's streaming again. It's kind of fun. Busy time. Oh my gosh. Do you think this 2654 fort realistically is gonna build? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, are they actually building these forts? Or are these? No, these are just placebo forts to make sure their flag lines build. So they are 100% banking on the fact. Oh wow. They're 100% banking on the fact that these two forts build. Because if this fort doesn't build, then they have a hole inside of their fort wall that they're building up. To be honest, the territory of 2049 is really good. Like, they built forts on all of the chokes. The only thing is, like, no, yeah, they built forts on all of the chokes. This is really, really good for them. The only problem is this choke is under fire. Because if they don't build this, then they could just punch through the hole here, and then that's going to be over. I don't think they have craftsmen up here either, to be honest. I can't tell. Oh, they tried to make him half flag, but look at this. They're going to be able to bypass the forts here. That's actually a good flag by them. GV's right there as well. I think they don't have skillful anymore. No sight of man-eating spiders. That's good. That's good to hear, bro. That's good to hear. Well, hopefully, you know, you're having fun over there in Australia. We missed you in Amsterdam. But hey, at least you're missing all the World Cup traffic next year, so. I did, by the way, I did enter the pre-sale thingy, the pre-sale draft or draw for the World Cup tickets. Oh yeah, they're open field betting here, by the way. Because I live in Toronto, and I was like, yo, might as well watch a game in Toronto if the World Cup's gonna be here. There's a draw. The World Cup, how it works is there's a draw for the chance to buy tickets. It's like a shoe drop. Which is crazy. Which is gonna be crazy. So there's a chance I don't even get to go if I don't like hit my odds or whatever. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully. It would suck to be stuck in the traffic of the World Cup, and it's also pretty crazy that there's like 6 games that are going to be played in Toronto. But we like upgraded a whole stadium for that, and like we're preparing like all this like stuff for 6 football games. But it is what it is. Yeah, they built with GV. Oh, that's what you're asking. Yeah, they built with GV, so they want a skillful craftsman for the flag that is up here is what you're saying? That's true. They did build a GV. Which, to be honest, might actually work out for them. Well, it depends. If this fort builds before their flag line gets through, I don't know. Because yeah, they don't have as much of a threat to insta burn the fort if they don't have the skillful craftsman. Amsterdam stream was lit. Yeah, it was the first in-person stream I've done, but it's definitely fun. Next time I gotta figure out how to like get a Wi-Fi pack, I think, because like the data, like streaming off data was so expensive. It cost me like what, $70? It took like 25 gigs of data to stream for 5 hours. But yeah, the event was super fun. You know what's a shame, Dirty Dan? The next event is going to be in North America. I mean, maybe you could use that as like an excuse to visit your family in NA. I don't know how often you're planning on visiting North America, because like the flights between Australia and North America are treacherous. They're long AF, especially East Coast. But from what I've heard, there will be a meetup next year in North America. We'll have to see which coast and where it is, but I'm kind of hoping it's not LA again, because I've been to LA twice already, and I feel like I've done all the touristy stuff there already. What city would be better? What? Yeah, man. Yeah, it sucks. You leave and then there's another meetup in North America. It's how it is. Vegas? Would Vegas be a good Rise of Kingdoms meetup spot? I feel like we'd lose so much money though. Lilith is like giving Vegas money with all the degenerate gamblers Rise of Kingdoms has. Vancouver would be fun. As someone from Toronto, I selfishly said Toronto, but let's be real, that's not happening. Vancouver, maybe. I've actually never been to Vancouver for a long period of time. I've been there for a layover, and we were there for 8 hours, and I went around the city for a little bit, like a speed run. But I actually never visited Vancouver City like as a proper destination. I've heard good and bad things about it. Mostly good. The mountains in the background of the city is always super cool. The way I would describe it is like a hipster Toronto. Maybe that's just my experience of it, because like there's a bunch of people just doing yoga in the middle of the park. There's like a barbershop outdoors with like the mountains in the background. Three minutes left on this flag, by the way. Yeah, the views are insane, yeah. The thing is, I've been to Calgary and Banff and like Edmonton, so like I've been to Alberta for like an actual trip, but we never made our way over to Vancouver. But yeah, I'd be down for a Vancouver meetup. I don't even need to bring my passport, just bring my driver's license. That'd be cool. Because it's a domestic flight. Alright, by the way, it is another win for GV77 in terms of the murder ball. So if I were to assume right now, based off stats, I'd assume GV77 has more KP than 2049. Just due to the way the murder ball is going through. 3 weeks on Vancouver Island. Nice. If we go to Vancouver, my girlfriend would definitely come. She said if it's in LA again, she's not going. Which would be horrible because like in Amsterdam, she pretty much like did everything. She's like the navigator. She is like the person that made the decisions of where to go. She found all the food places we went to. That's for myself as well as Cortex and Sean and Gray, who we hung out with most of the time. $23.77 isn't the same. I mean, Shark like did retire after that, right? But I think he's back to some capacity. I don't know if he's back in the leading role again, but I think GV77 is still one of the top kingdoms in the game. I think the strongest kingdom in the game by far is 1093. But second place, like you could definitely put GV in there. You could put 1606 in there. Like those are the two leaders in that respect. Did Mars retire? Did he? I see Mars' account in here. I don't know if Mars retired, but his account's still playing. As a war lead, I don't know. One minute left on this flag. They'll be able to burn this, and then they should have some territory back here. And it looks like it is what I was talking about, where they're going to try to build around to this side, but oh wait, let me see. They are like a flag ahead of GV. But GV can flag through their territory. There's also 1 minute left, and each flag takes like 15 minutes-ish to build. So yeah. This 2654 is the main objective that 2489 is trying to go towards. They're trying to get all the territory space back here so that they could just, you know, have as much people around here as possible. And that's going to be the fort to watch. Oh, here you go. This is a 2489 murder ball. When's our next KvK? We just got a no match found, so I guess we'll try to repop, requeue, and then we'll see. We'll have to see. I don't know who we'd fight though. I know for a fact we don't want to rematch against 1093. I think that's obvious. 1365, 1875, 1093. That's a lot of KDs, bro. But the thing about that matchup is that like 1093 is in its own tier. I don't know how 1093, like how to balance a 1093 KvK in 2025. You know what I mean? Like they got even stronger, by the way. They dropped Imperium. They got a lot of people from 960. There's still 2 alliances. Like they are strong AF. So I don't know how to make a KvK that's fair with 1093 on the board. Still F2V. Yeah, okay there. Okay there, Dirty Dan. All right, the murder balls coming through. Looks like they're trying to get the rune up here as well or deny the rune at least. This is going to be a really tough fort build. 1 hour, 18 minutes versus... It's still a 13-minute difference. Nothing's changed between the two. I don't know if that fort will build. What do you think, chat? Do you think this 2654 fort will build? Will the 26 fort build? Yes. So the cons of it building is the fact that they can't get a semblance of open field around it. The pros of it building is the fact that the flag line's so far away for GV. The fact that they're building with GV, so that means that they don't have skillful craftsmen. So even if this fort builds, it's a 13-minute difference, they won't be able to build a flag in time to burn the fort. Now, GV, let's see. They just built this flag. Once they have everyone in it, let's see how long it'll take for them to build. They even got a Clio coming through. Let's see, it's 28 minutes now. They're filling the flag. Yeah, pretty much takes like 15 minutes. So that's 1 flag, that's 2 flags, that's 3 flags, that's 4 flags. This fort should build. They have 5 flags, it'll be close, but hypothetically the fort should build. Ooh, that's a big chonk murder ball up here. Yeah, they've seen themselves get caught in this area. They're pulling back to here. This is smart. Oh, 49 will have craftsman on theirs. That's true as well. I mean, the GV fort's going to be building 2 minutes faster than 49, but they should at least be able to build here. They should be able to at least build here and then contest flag lines. That's true. And then I think they're going to be focusing on this LX-17 fort with their craftsmen, to be honest. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, man. I mean, I don't think there's too much suspense anymore now that we did the math, low-key. Kind of feel a bit disappointed. Maybe we shouldn't have done the math. Oh my goodness. Yo, what's up, Duke? Did y'all lose Osno? I don't know if we still have the Osno account. I don't think we do. Do we? Okay, let me save this. You guys want to see what 960 looks like nowadays? Silk Road? When's Silk Road? It's tomorrow. What's good, Duke? How you doing, brother? I'll do a little bit of a break. Let's see. Individual power. Look at that. We are lean and mean over here. We got Al Hytham at first place at 258 million. We got Aang in second. Pokemon Trainer Genie, Reich. I'm 59th in power. That's how you know. That's how you know we are a lean kingdom now. Individual kills, yeah. Looks like we lost. Looks like we lost both the Peacemaker as well as the Osno account, because no one's above 100 billion KP anymore. So, and I'm 41st in KP. You could see Alliance Power, we're at 12.1 billion, and then Alliance Kills, we're at 2 billion. So we're just a small little A seed now. Look, we're not even Imperium. Oh my goodness, we dropped the Imp. So yeah, we're just a regular schmegular A seed. Honestly, I need to know too, because I don't know what the I actually don't know. Haven't been keeping up with like the whole who's in, who's out, who migrated in, who migrated out. So what's good, Corbin? Their forts are more in danger. I definitely think this fort is in danger. This LX-17 fort's in danger. I think the GV will build first, so it should be fine. Oh, this guy is just sprinting it. Oh my gosh, they're not even going home. They're just sad facing. What is going on? Oh, there you go. Yeah, that can't be positive though. I don't think that's a posy trade right there. What is going on? It's like the murder ball's going back a little bit, but it's not at the same time. What are you guys cooking over there? Boom 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 retired, yeah. Boom Boom Boom's account's in the cloud now, so he retired. Got a swarm lion real quick. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? What are they hitting? Bows before hoes. Switch tags and just got insta swarmed by all the siege towers. That's kind of funny. Oh, this guy's actually a GV player, so there you go. That's actually a crazy name. That's a funny name. Bows before hoes. Never heard that one before. Alright, looks like this player just wants to start the murder ball up. Sad face their Arthur to siege towers alone. Oh wait, did they get baited back? Nah, they didn't. Has anyone, Duke, has anyone in your kingdom gotten swarmed yet by Wildline or Mr. Hope? I feel like you guys played this opening pretty well. I wouldn't have changed too much. Maybe the early murder ball fights here wasn't too necessary because you guys took some negative trades, but that's, I mean, people get bored. You play Rise of Kingdoms to fight, so. You're at work. Gotcha. I mean, that makes sense. Where did the Wild Lions marches come from? Oh, up here. What does Valiant Wolf mean? Oh, that's probably like the King of All Britain thing. Living vicariously through Ploto streams. Whiskey, who's winning? I mean, in territory you guys are, but in the open field fights, it looks like it's been 23-77. Now the question is, will GV be able to burn this fort? Looks like the answer is no. You guys actually cut down the time even more so. Oh no, you didn't. Never mind, I'm tripping. It's still a 13-minute differential. But I don't think GV will be able to build all the flags on the all the way here, so it should be relatively uncontested. Now the next question is, will you guys burn the LX-17 fort? Because you guys burn this and get all this territory up here, I feel like it's gonna be tough for 2377. Because you guys have how much longer? 57 minutes on 489, and there's like a 12-minute differential between 489 and LX-17. So the thing that's different about GV77 versus 489 is 489 still has craftsmen, so they could craftsman their way up here. Looks like they're trying to build a fort here to block it, but it doesn't really do anything because you just insta burn the fort. Unless they try to garrison it, then that would be annoying. Maybe they'll try to garrison it. I think GV know that they can't burn down this 2654 fort. Wait, did the timer just go up again? Oh my gosh, someone left the fort. Someone left the fort because it changed coalitions, I think, right? Is that what happened? No, it's in the same coalition. So why is it that's weird. Okay, people are back in. I'm like, is this the window that GV77 has been looking for? By the way, talk about GV77. Looks like they're going into the murder ball over here against 489. They've been successful against 489 and all their murder balls thus far, but we'll have to see if this will be the murder ball that 489 can win. I will say 489 have been disadvantaged territorially, or with the refreshes rather, because GV77, a lot of them are random teleported compared to a lot of the 489. Well, not really 489 specifically. The 2654 members are rather far back. Let's check the refreshes here. You have a 1-minute refresh, which is good. GV, 1-minute refresh. You have 1 minute, 1 minute. It's definitely a lot better than the initial murder ball that we were looking at, where the refreshes were literally like what was the longest saw? Like 8 minutes 40-second refresh we saw. You can see that the refreshes from both these sides are about a minute long, so everyone has a pretty decent spread of territory. Actually, I would even say some of the marches for GV are marching from a mile away. But in terms of the actual murder ball, if we check the performance, I think GV is pushing more into 489. Let's go ahead and keep the mouse here for reference. This is going to be the middle point that we have here. And we'll see if GV continues to push into it, if 2489 push up. It looks to me that GV are slowly pushing down into 2489. You could tell because I kept my mouse in the same spot, which is like kind of like the middle point. But now I'm like, if I click, I could select GV marches. So that's how you know that they're slowly pushing in. It does look pretty even in terms of the sad faces. It does look pretty even in terms of the sad faces. And I will say I'm only checking this mountain area. There is a little bit of if we go into dot mode here, there is like a couple marches from 2489 that are pushing into the wall here. Like, let's see, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, sad faces look pretty even. All right, I mean, this is the fight we were looking for. This is the open field fight where both sides have decent teleports. They both have their cities nearby. And this is by far been the most even fight, where GV's been pushing a little bit, but in terms of the sad faces, it's looking pretty even. Arrow towers are probably cooking right here, though. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Yeah, you can see they're starting to push past this tree line over here. Go ahead and bring it more towards this side. The fight started around here. They gained like a little bit of territory. Now, which side will break first? Will it be the GV side or will it be the 2489 side? Historically in this zone, it's been the 2489 side because they just didn't have the refresh advantage. But now you can see that there is a lot of refreshes. Well, a lot of people walking back home too. But there's a lot of refreshes coming out from... Actually, there's not even that many refreshes, to be honest. I feel like there's more people walking home than refreshing. Yeah. I mean, there's also people walking home from GV as well. But when there's more marches going out than there's going in, then this murder ball should collapse pretty soon. Yeah, I think this murder ball is going to start collapsing because a lot of people are starting to walk back. I'm not saying walking back is a bad idea, but it really depends on the situation and how far your refreshes are and what the call is. If the call for the kingdom is like play for trades, and you definitely refreshing is fine, but if it's to push, then I mean, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna slow. They were up here, now they're all the way down here. I mean, this is also the case for GV. They're walking back as well. So both sides are essentially kind of playing for trades here. And now the refreshes of the people walking back are now starting to come back into this murder ball of 2489. So I feel like 2489 should be able to hold for a little bit longer, although their line is getting rather thin. You can see a lot of marches. Yeah, their line's kind of getting spread out here. .9 did place down a flag. And like, yeah, like they are building around this to try to contest whatever is going on over here. 50 minutes left. But overall, this is looking like another 2377 victory in the open field. It looks like when 2377 wants to push, they do have the numbers advantage, the power advantage, and maybe perhaps the count advantage against with them and 2217. Let's also give credit to 2217 against 2489 and 2654. Because this is the first murder ball fight where we could comfortably say that the teleport advantage, I mean, teleport advantage is relatively non-existent. I feel like, if anything, 2489 should have the teleport advantage because they have the territory up here. But nonetheless, it is GV that is pushing down into them. Now off the rebound here, though, a lot of the marches that were walking back have now refreshed, and this is going to be the huge refresh that we're talking about. There's going to be a huge amount of marches that pour in. And then now GV should be getting pushed back. As you can see, there's a lot of GV marches that are still, you know, walking back here. A lot of sad face marches as well. So with the reinforcements on this side, it should be okay, but oh my goodness, even with the reinforcements, GV is still doing relatively well. They pretty much scattered and routed the bottom side murder ball here. This is probably where their marker was saying to push down here. Now they're going to start pushing to the right. They're going to start pushing to the right in a bit. Because yeah, this is scattered over here. You could see a lot of the murder ball starting to push down to the right on this side. Interesting. I kind of expect them to push and cut this. Because cutting through the middle here for 2049 could be pretty successful to encircle this murder ball in the bottom. Which it looks like that's the plan. Look, they're starting to push down a little bit here. They're going to cut down these units here so that the GV77 marches can't really walk back home. And now you can see that they're kind of routing back into this murder ball here. Wow, that's actually pretty good from 2049. They brought the reinforcements to the bottom here. They're able to have the top side murder ball kind of pinch them here. And now this is going to be free pickings for 2049. So what do we call that? Do we call that a 2489 win? I think we do. Because look at all the sad faces now. This is the... Again, this is round 2. This is round 2 of the reinforcements that came through. But that's going to be the first time we've seen 2489 sad face the murder ball of GV. That's pretty good. That's pretty good from 2049. They kept the refresh call. Although like all the people that refreshed, the people that didn't, they were able to just hold the territory, hold the line long enough for the people that did refresh to come through and then wipe the GV77 ball. Now GV, what's their plan? They do have pretty far walks. Let's see like the walks of the murder ball here. 1 minute, 1.5, 1 second. Okay, that's not that far. I guess they still have like a lot of random teleported cities around here. Now, what's the plan for them? They have a flag here. Is this just for teleport space? How do flags with it like this work? If you build here, this territory over here will still be 49's territory, right? It doesn't take over. I kind of forget. I forget how building works, to be honest. We got 4 minutes. We have 55 minutes until that builds. We have 42 minutes until that builds. So things are going to get pretty explosive here. And look, this is going to be the first time we've seen 2489 with the control of the central objective here. Whichever finishes first. Gotcha. Okay. So they might actually be able to build through here. They'll be able to build here. They'll be able to build a flag here. Build up here. Build up here. It's interesting. They could still basically build past, but they'll have to half flag each time, right? Half flag here, half flag here. So it'll be a while. Who's winning? Well, you tuned in at the right time because this is the first murder ball that 2489 has won. Now, they're pushing pretty deep here. This is the murder ball of GV77, the new murder ball of GV77. It looks like they're going to try to engage on the murder ball because the murder ball is pretty spread. They still have a lot of units in the south here. So they're going to try to hit the units that are coming through one by one. And they're going to be fighting around this crescent here. All right, this is going to be round 2. Again, this is going to be a fresh ball from GV77. They also should have a teleport disadvantage, rather. I mean, teleport advantage, rather. Where they should be able to refresh a lot faster because 2489 are kind of deep into their territory here. Like, this is a deep walk for 2489. Like, these are marches that are refreshing to the murder ball. It's a 3-minute walk for them. But they said we have the numbers advantage. We're just going to continue pushing into GV77. And I mean, look at the reinforcements coming in. This is going to be a lot of reinforcements coming in from 2489. The thing is, though, they're coming in one by one. In GV, they have a good, like, encirclement here. They have, like, a good crescent semicircle that are just hitting the marches coming in, like, that are coming in from 2489 one by one. So this might be a bit costly, to be honest. This is not going to be the freest of fights for 2489, even though they should have a numbers advantage. You can see the sad face differential, by the way. Look at all the sad faces from 2489 because they're going in one by one versus GV77. They have... I haven't really seen... I've seen a couple sad faces here and there, but... yeah, they're still pouring in. But I don't know how I feel about this push from 2489, chat. This is kind of a very aggressive stance. Perhaps it's the sad face their marches that were low so that they could refresh a bit faster, but at the same time, they have a lot of new players, new marches that walked through here. This is, by the way, Archer Tower galore, or Siege Tower. Look at this. They're just able to free fire on this inner circle here. We'll have to see if 2489 is going to be able to outmuscle GV77 here. Because, yeah, a lot of the reinforcements that we were looking at have now come through. The murder ball is looking a lot more even here. You can see a lot of the GV77 marches starting to sad face. I do think there are a couple more sad faces from 2489, though. I respect the play from 2489 at the end of the day. It's just fight whoever's in front of you, even though it might be a not advantageous position to fight from. They're just literally just running it down into the territory of GV77 here. 37 minutes until this fort builds. Flag line is nowhere to be seen, to be honest. All right. Da Victorious Cats. I mean, yeah, they can't build that in time. So this fort is going to be safe. I will say it does look like GV with their teleport advantage, as well as, you know, the kind of trickle in that 2489 did with their reinforcements are able to push 2489 a little bit off the hill. They're up here in the peak and now they're at the bottom and continuing to push down. By the way, chat, I have lunch in front of me, so that's how you know the stream's days are numbered. The stream's days are numbered. But if you guys enjoyed the analysis, I guess, I'm casting this like it's Osiris League. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, like the stream, let me know, because it's definitely not the most, it's definitely not the best performing stream, but it's been fun for me to watch nonetheless. I could continue watching this KvK maybe tomorrow. So just let me know, chat. If we get enough people to watch these, maybe I'll keep streaming these later. Ash of the Dawn or Hellish Boots? boots, right? I forgot what the purple equivalent for the boots and the purple equivalent for the pants are for Cav. But there you go. Yeah, as expected, is a GV win. They're able to route 2489. Able to get some good kills because it was a bit of an overextension by 2489. Also, the marches did trickle in a little bit, so looks like the reinforcement is the reinforcement marker is going to be down here. I'm gonna try to reinforce here, counter push with the marches that are retreating. But yeah, we're definitely going to be keeping tabs on this KvK. I have lunch in front of me, so I'm probably going to call it quits. I don't think anything's going to happen with these forts, to be honest. I think this LX-17 fort might be in trouble. But I mean, you guys will be able to watch it because I'm actually going to be rating a fellow streamer. He just started streaming recently. Used to be a member of 1960. Now is a member of 2489. It's Wheezy. He's been on the channel. He's watched the channel a little bit. He's a super cool and nice guy. Be sure to subscribe to him or say hi to him. Give him a chance. Give him some love. And yeah, he's a brand new streamer. So I love seeing new streamers, especially people that's been in my kingdom before. And yeah, I'll be watching his stream as I eat. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. I might be streaming this tomorrow. We'll see how the schedule looks, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.